Southwest Mississippi. It's Thursday morning and time for Thursday Open Lines, your weekly look at what's happening in and around our area. If it's happening in Southwest Mississippi, you'll hear it right here on TOL. Now, from our studios in downtown Brookhaven, it's Thursday Open Lines with your host, Kenny Goza.
Well, good morning. We're out here today at Farmbelt. We're back again doing a live remote from here. Appreciate Clark and David giving us the opportunity to be on site and have some guests come in. Actually, today is almost like Brookhaven Academy Day. We have several folks from the Academy just talking about school starting, what all's happening with that. But first off, we have a very special guest from Farmbelt, Mr. Taylor Newman. Now, Taylor, I told you a while ago, the last time we were here, they told me, I said, why are we doing this today? And they said, well, Taylor's gone. So we wanted to have it while Taylor wasn't on site. And, and look, you're the voice of Farmbelt.
I don't know about the voice or the face.
You're the voice of Farmbelt.
I do think they schedule things like this around me not being able to be here, just to make sure, I don't say something I shouldn't say, or, but no,
They're jealous.
I don't think jealousy is the word there. Maybe embarrassed, not jealous.
I mean, you do Y'all Sports, you do SuperTalk Radio.
Yeah.
I mean, you're the voice.
We've actually got something in the pipeline that we're thinking about doing that I think is exciting for the community. So we'll talk more about that at a later date.
Stay tuned.
But I am just going to put that little bit out there that I think people will be interested in.
Okay. Well, they're probably interested in what y'all have going on here. We were talking about it's hay season, grass cutting season. When we were here last time, y'all had some I think it was right before the 4th of July, wasn't it, William, that we were here and had some sales going on. I'm sure you still have some sales going on.
Always.
But how's the business going? Just talk about what y'all are doing, what people can come out here and look at.
This time of year is peak season for Farmbelt equipment because you have the most customers needing things right now. Kubota's done a fabulous job. We've talked about this before on being not just a seasonal product. It's year round, anything from mowers, side-by-sides, construction equipment, tractors. But right now you have the most of those customers needing something now. From lawnmowers, grass season is starting to trim down. It's getting drier out there, which is just typical fall for Mississippi. Clark always says we're a week without rain from being in a drought around here. That's just and
we're kind of there right now.
We are, but we're also, it's been so wet all summer, hay season never really took off. And it seems like we've had our entire hay season in the past 3 weeks, which is great. We've sold, 7 or 8 hay balers in the past couple weeks, which is pretty much like a season of hay equipment all slammed into 2 weeks. We went from having a lot full of Vermeer and Kubota hay equipment to nothing. It has left. We are trying daily getting more stuff in here for our customers because there's more customers that have needs. It's good times. I love this time of the year because you get here at 7:30 in the morning, drink you a little coffee, and you look up and it's 4 o'clock in the afternoon, time to go home. It's not a lot of sitting around.
Yeah, you're missing out on sales right now.
Well, maybe, but it's worth it. Let's talk.
Yeah. Still got the $199 special going on, correct?
We do.
And that's financing for 5 years, I think, is what we talked about last time.
That is not 5 years.
Okay.
That would be for 84 months. It's on a 2502. But we also have a $299 payment, which a lot of people are doing. The $199 is on a tractor. The $299 is on a tractor and a loader. and that's no money down on the $299 a month. So it's a really good program that we've got going right now, and through another financing company outside of Kubota that's just got some really good stuff going on that we've kind of partnered with. So they've gotten really big in the ag industry. Our Kubota reps came to us with them. We're like, hey, y'all need to look into this, and it has turned out to be a really good relationship.
You know, you talk about Kubota, and as if you're not familiar with Farmbelt, out on Highway 84 East, what's your address here?
It's 87 Highway 84 East. Yep,
yeah,
Brookhaven, Mississippi.
right across from the Haven Cross. But the inventory is phenomenal. If you ride by here and look at the inventory, not only on the outside, but if you come inside the new renovation here, which is fabulous, great facility. And and I think I've been surprised. I know you and I talked about it a year or so ago, and then we talked about it when we was here while you were on vacation, about the customer service footprint that you have. It's not just Lincoln County; it's even outside of the state of Mississippi. Correct?
It is.
Because of the service and the product.
That's correct. And to the location of where we are on that 84 and 55, there's so many people that pass through here they may live somewhere else and have properties in Lincoln, Copiah, Franklin County, Amite County, Lawrence County that come up for the weekend to get away from the big city life of maybe Baton Rouge or New Orleans. This week, I think a skid steer to a guy that his home is Baton Rouge, but he's got a place in Franklin County with some implements. I was talking to a family this morning that we're locating a tractor from them, same situation. But you talked about inventory. We have a lot of inventory. You have to have the inventory for people to be able to purchase it. People want to see what they're buying. They want to feel what they're buying. So, but with our customer base, the footprint being so large, we've got to have that inventory to fill their needs. So.
And you're not just Kubota. You got Steel here. What else?
All right. So the lines that we primarily sell, and I say primarily because we have vendors that we can get hundreds of different manufacturer stuff from. So, as a matter of fact, so many, I don't even know all the names of those brands. They're reputable brands, but
you just
that
know
vendor,
that
yeah, so if somebody calls me with something off the wall, hey, I saw this on the internet, can you get me one? First thing I'm going to do is call this vendor, hey, what do you have? Well, I've got 3 options. This is the one I would go with. And anyway, but to answer the original question, you've got Kubota, you have Steel, you have Bush Hog, you have Woods, Lane Shark. We even sell, we can sell Preferred cattle working equipment, poultry equipment, Lewis housekeepers, KMC poultry equipment. So everybody knows the orange. They know the Kubota.
Correct.
And that is the household name, but there's so many pieces that evolve around Kubota that fill those needs for people. And I keep talking about the needs because at the end of the day, that's what it is. We're a service business. Customer has a need. We try to help fill that need. You take that Kubota household name, that orange tractor that everybody knows, well, that's just the first part of it. Well, you need a Bush Hog. Well, Land Pride may have that Bush Hog, or you may want a Woods or a Bush Hog brand. Well, then you need something to trim those roads back at your deer camp. So you need a Lane Shark to go on the front of it. A Grapple, Armstrong, Land Pride. So those manufacturers have, we've partnered with them, and they are great partners. We're not going to do business with people that those companies don't provide good service. They don't have good warranties. So if we can't stand behind those products.
I'm glad you just mentioned that. I was in somewhere the other day, and they were talking about Farmbelt, and this person was talking about the warranty that he has with Kubota, how, hey, if he comes and buys a piece of equipment from Kubota, he's going to do the extended warranty because it is a really, really good warranty.
It is. So, and a lot of people, for years, my grandfather, my dad, my grandfather would have probably never bought an extended warranty. My dad bought a pickup truck. He runs it back and forth up to Tennessee for work, puts a lot of miles on it. Transmission blew up last week. That warranty paid for that transmission. People, this isn't uncommon knowledge here. Stuff breaks. That's part of it. Well, that known expense of a little bit of money on the front end that you're financed in with that equipment, it may cost you $20 a month to know that for 6, 7, 8 years, if you have an issue, it's covered. That's a lot of peace of mind to that.
Right.
So now, to talk about how good the Kubota warranty is, you've seen the Mayhem commercials and insurance.
Oh, right.
And I love those commercials. The guy's going through the roof in his car because he ramped the tree or whatever. Kubota's warranty, you take a lawnmower, belts, pulleys, it doesn't matter. Well, warranty is it breaks and it's not supposed to. So that's the manufacturer's problem. Kubota insurance is physical damage that you caused. That's still fine. You pay your $250 deductible and we fix it. You take it home and go back to work.
So it's insurance and warranty?
Absolutely.
Or
we offer both.
Okay.
Yep. And that's the customer gets to choose if they want that, but 99% of our customers see the value in it.
Right.
So
we got a couple of minutes left here. Last time I was here, we were talking about with you having the steel line here, and the steel has gone into the lawnmower business.
They have.
How's that? Is that product moving?
Yes. So we're actually sold out of them right now. We've going through a new order process, but it's towards the end of the season. Or we may have one or two left. The steel mowers are phenomenal mowers. What Steel did, like a lot of manufacturers, they didn't try and go reinvent the wheel. They partnered with another known name, household name that's been around for 60 years. And they took over that assembly process, took over the plant, and changed the paint color. So it is a phenomenal product, something that was already established, but they put the Steel name on it and just made it a little bit better.
Well, I'm a Steel guy.
Yeah.
All my yard equipment's about Steel.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we're going to take a break. We got 1 minute left. William and Randy are giving the signal that we need to take a break. Taylor, we might get you back. We're going to say, I say, this is Brookhaven Academy Day, that we got a lot of folks outside in the hallway that we have coming on. The new headmaster. And I think you know him.
Absolutely.
I have not met him yet.
John and Caitlin and I went to school. I graduated from Brookhaven High School.
I know.
But I went kindergarten through 9th at Brookhaven Academy with Caitlin. She'll be on here in a minute.
You just think how long I've known you now.
I know.
Quite a bit.
Yep.
We're going to take a break.
Thank you.
The talk of the crop at every county fair, y'all cornstarch. Blue ribbon winner for the last 5 years. They cut a 4-lane highway right through her pasture, blaming on progress and moving traffic faster. But everybody knows the only reason for the road was to see her truck lugging on the top of that tractor.
At Brookhaven Monument Company, we understand that a monument is more than a stone. It's a promise to remember.
Since 1947, families across southwest Mississippi have trusted us to tell their loved one's story with dignity and care. We offer quality craftsmanship, stellar service, and one of the largest selections of memorials in the region.
Visit us at 807 Highway 51 North in Brookhaven or call 601-833-5701. Brookhaven Monument Company, honoring life with lasting beauty.
I want my tractor back, Mary. I want what's mine.
Okay, we're back with our next segment of Thursday Open Line. We are out here on Highway 84 East at Farmbelt doing a live remote. We appreciate Clark and David inviting us out to be here. I think we might make this quarterly, William. I don't know. Depends on what Ben Seals wants to do, doesn't it? But we're glad to be out here. I appreciate what they're doing. You just heard from Taylor Newman. I just want to mention that next Thursday at Bank Plus in downtown Brookhaven, Leah Davis is, I think, in charge of this little project, but is a financial literacy seminar. It will start at 5:30 in the afternoon to 6:30 at Bank Plus in Brookhaven. So if you want to call Leah, it's 601-823-5860 to get more information. I also want to mention our sponsors: Bank of Brookhaven, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookhaven Recreation Department, Lincoln County Civic Center, Toyota Brookhaven, Cabot Lincoln Community College, and Rapid Oil Change. As I mentioned earlier, we have the rest of the show is just about Brookhaven Academy.
Right.
Thank you, Shannon Miller. Shannon's in the room here with me, and she helped line all this up. We have with us the new headmaster. Is that the correct title, I think? Or it says head of school.
The MAIS goes by head of school these days.
Okay.
But we don't mind what we're called.
The man in charge.
Yes, sir. I guess so.
Or the buck stops here.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is your first start of the year, correct?
Yes, sir.
You were there, weren't you there last year?
The last 2 years.
Doing a transition.
Yes, sir. That is correct. And so this is first year as the head of school, though. And yesterday was the first day for students. So we're rocking and rolling. Miss Shannon's got us all on pins and needles at what's going on campus this morning.
Shannon? Yeah,
no,
right.
I'm joking. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
But yeah, glad to be at BA. Glad to be in that role. Very excited. Got a great thing going out there at the academy. Great staff. A good leadership group. It's just a lot of good things.
How's the year looking starting out? Kind of enrollment's good?
Enrollment's steady. I think total enrollment, we're down maybe 4 students, which, is not uncommon at all. I think we have 4 sections throughout the school that are closed because of numbers, so that's a good thing. A lot of demand in certain classes. We only allow 54 per grade, so. No, so that's good. We're fully staffed, ready to roll, and everything's going good. So lots of improvements on and around campus, and so
I think meeting you prior to the show starting, you come out of public education. You said you were at Enterprise as a coach?
That is correct. Yes, sir. I spent 8 years there, 11 total in the public school system, teaching and coaching.
Have you been in Lincoln County the whole time?
No, sir. No, the other 3 years. Now, I've lived in Lincoln County for, I guess, the last 19 years. But my first 3 years out of college were at a mid-county high school.
Okay.
So then Enterprise, then the head of school at ASC and Liberty, and then to BA.
Out at the school, you've had some facilities renovations, I think, during the summer, haven't you? And then
yes, sir.
And then not only you being new, we're going to have Caitlin on in just a minute. She's coming into a new role.
Yes, sir. That is correct. And she is and will continue to be great at that. Very blessed to have her as our elementary principal. Have a new athletic director as well, I believe.
She's
Coach Adams is here also. So very excited about her.
Yeah, to Caitlin, and I didn't think about it till just a minute, thinking in my brain. So the transition was that you lost 2 administrative positions, and you and her coming in, even though you've been there,
right?
You're coming into the role.
That is correct, and but I applaud our school leadership for having the foresight to plan that out the way they did. Transitional is always difficult, and challenging in certain ways, no matter how well thought out. But I believe because the plan that was in place for both myself and her made it as seamless and as easy as possible.
Well, yeah, we have to be mindful that we can't let knowledge walk out the door that we can't share.
Right.
And why not do a transitional time of let your person before you share the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Absolutely. And in mentioning that, I do want to mention Miss Paige Nelson and Mr. Jason Case for their years of service to BA and the fabulous job that they did in their time there. And, Caitlin and I are both really blessed to come in after them because they've just done such a wonderful job. And So very much appreciative of the things that they did for our school.
What upgrades happened during the summer?
Okay, so very busy summer. We this past spring and finishing up over the summer added a new parking lot between the Boulevard extension and the interstate there. Lots of painting took place in and around campus, on and around campus. We put in some new ceilings in our elementary school and some of our pre-K classrooms. We did. Shannon, what else did we do? I'm drawing a blank.
Lots of paint projects.
Yeah. We bought all new computers. We bought all of our staff new computers. We bought some more student laptops. We have some new signage going in the gym. It's going to be really nice. So just no huge major project.
Cosmetic.
Lots of cosmetic improvements. Yes, sir.
I work in, like we just met earlier, and I worked at Colin for 9 years, and I was kind of over projects up there, and so when I went up there, you kind of get in that mindset. Oh, the summer's off. You got 8 weeks off. No. And the guy I worked with up at Colin, it was like the most dreaded time was the 8 weeks from time school ends to school starts, because you've got a laundry list of stuff that you need to get done, and it's a very limited amount of time.
It is a hard deadline too, and it always comes together. There's a bunch of people that make that happen. Certainly, you know that from your time at Colin. But the summers are busy. They look very different for us in school administration. They're very busy, and there are no breaks, but that's okay. But we had a very productive summer. It was very good. We have a new facilities and grounds director. He's done a fabulous job, and so campus is looking really good.
In today's culture, too, on the administrative side, there's so many pieces you've got to think about that people may take for granted. It's not just the academic side of what you're doing. It's the people part, the security, the dealing with students, and all those things. It's a lot.
It's a lot that goes into it. It really is. But as I said earlier, I've got a great staff around me, great leadership team, and so that certainly helps. And that's important as well. Being the head of a school, you're only as good as the people that you have around you. So
what would you say is your biggest challenge?
Mine personally, or the school?
For the school, for you at the school.
For me at the school, biggest challenge. Oh, that's a good question.
I usually don't.
No.
But I think it's a good question, because again, it's so many pieces of that people take for granted, and it's like,
a good question.
What is it I've really got to worry about?
And there's no one hard answer. I'm curious to know what your answer is. So I'm gonna answer because of just something that's near and dear to my heart, and that is ACT improvement. We have really good ACT scores at BA. Our average lives around 20, 21 over the last 5 years. 14 of our 49 graduating seniors in May made a 25 or higher. 5 of those made a 30 or higher. So we have excellent ACT scores. And the numbers I give you are all students tested, every single student in 11th and 12th grade at any given year. But we want that to be higher. We've worked really hard this spring and this summer with ACT to employ some ways and strategies, just little things that we can do to help our kids do better and earn more scholarship dollars, put money back in their parents' pockets for college, and it's a return on investment for being a student at Brookhaven Academy.
And I'm a big supporter of work keys also, because
we're going to start that
for that student that may not go.
That's right.
To college, to help them find another career path.
We're going to start that this spring for our seniors. They're going to be taking the work keys test. We've added taking the pre-ACT for our 7th grade this coming year, and so that is a self-imposed challenge maybe, but that would probably be my answer, is continual ACT improvement.
What does Shannon say?
I would say that as rapid as our younger culture is in technology, how to safely implement that inside.
Yeah, Shannon is saying to figure out how to make the technical challenges that we have with. I mean, even today with, and I'm sure it's happening, the Chat GPT world that everybody's in. That you see people going out there. It's gotten so easy to do something.
Yeah, that's a good point, and a lot of schools are doing this. We're one of them. At some point, probably sooner than later, we're going to employ an AI policy, as part of our student handbook, because it's the world we live in. And I don't know if you were referencing.
And you
that
see some schools
specifically.
implementing a cell phone policy.
Oh, that's every school.
Yeah, well, but you see it more and more on the news and something like that.
Oh yeah, it's constantly changing. You're right, absolutely. I think Texas, was it Texas, where the public schools went some kind of
a ban on it? Yeah, something like that. But the technology world, I mean, it's like Shannon knows my grandkids, and my 10-year-old grandkids knows more about technology than I know.
I can relate. All
right, but we got 1 minute left.
1 minute. All right.
So just kind of.
So
talk about BA.
Yes, sir. So what do we have coming up? We have Meet the Cougars tonight. That's a new thing that we're doing this year.
Well, I'm glad we mentioned that tonight. What time?
Tonight. So we scrimmage Columbia Academy in football at 5:00. And then following that scrimmage, I believe it started around 6:15. We're going to have Meet the Cougars. So that's football, cheer, dance, pee-wee cheer, pee-wee football, and we're using it as a football fundraiser. So anybody that wants to come out and help support our football program, they'll be able to do so and just meet the Cougars. It's going to be a fun night filled with Cougar Blue and Cougar Spirit. So we're excited about that and just looking forward to a great year.
And if you want more information, please call Shannon Miller at Brookhaven.
That is correct. So that's tonight. Softball's up and rolling. Obviously, I already said school's up and rolling. Yesterday was our first day of school. And football starts August 21st, if I'm not mistaken. First game at home against Bowling Green School. So looking forward to that and just having a great year.
Well, Mr. Knight, it's good to meet you.
It's a pleasure to meet you, too.
Thanks for coming on. And we're going to take a break, and Shannon's going to have somebody else come in.
All right. Thank y'all.
Let me be where I am. Let me find peace of mind on my own piece of land. When I'm lost, help me to let go and find some way to feel like a man on a tractor with a dog in a field.
When every path in the jungle of financial services looks the same, it's easy to lose your way. One wrong turn and you could end up in a web of confusion. This is Shannon Aker with Bank of Brookhaven. When the going gets tough, it's better to bank with people you know. People who are committed to you and your future. Remember, friends, for over 25 years now at Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Blowing smoke, sitting high in the sea. God and me going round and round.
William, can you tell that Shannon is stressing me out in here? I mean, she's just bringing people in and out, and I don't know who they are, and we're trying to figure all this out, but we're going to get it. We're going to get it. We have two more guests in here, one that I know fairly well, and another one I've never met. Miss Alyssa Adams is the new athletic director at Colin. I had Colin on my mind at Brookhaven Academy, and then Miss Caitlin Bozeman, who is the new elementary principal. Is that the right word?
That is.
That is it. So welcome. We're going to be talking about really two different subjects here. Now, Caitlin, you just stepping right in day one in a new role, right?
Yes, it was a great first day. I've had big shoes to fill with Miss Paige Nelson.
But you're filling them.
Yes, I'm doing my best.
Mr. Knight and I were just talking about the really good opportunity that you had to be up under Paige and like him to be up under Mr. Jason. That transition makes it really, really easy instead of just stepping in and like, well, let me figure this thing out.
Yes, it's been an awesome transition, but a lot of people know I've been at Brookhaven Academy most of my life, so I have a real love for the school, and I care about it so much, so I want to do the best that I can to fill these shoes.
How many students and teachers are you over?
We have around 436 students K through 6th, and we have 27 teachers with 5 assistants and 5 activity teachers.
Wow. But a good start yesterday?
Yes, great day. And everybody was back safely in their cars by 3 p.m., so we counted it as a major success.
Day one.
Yes.
Well, Miss Adams, you're coming into this role. We have not met, so tell me a little bit about yourself.
Okay, I'm Alyssa Adams. I most recently have been at Southwest as the women's basketball assistant. I was there for 3 years. Before that, I was at West Lincoln for 2. And so I did work for Mr. Knight at ASC the first 2 years that I coached. So I've kind of been in the area a while. I played basketball at Southwest, which is how I ended up in this area. I'm originally from the Gulf Coast, but my husband and I live in Smithdale, and so we have 2 daughters and one that is at Brookhaven with me this year.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Well, I was telling Mr. Knight, I worked at Colin for 9 years, not on facilities stuff up there, so had a good connection with Southwest and all those folks down there. One of my favorite people were Horace Holmes, and you went to talk, not to talk to Mr. Holmes. You went to let Mr. Holmes talk to you. It was never a quick conversation, but congratulations on that. Now, who was before you? Was Ryan ahead of you? Who was the athletic director before you?
Drake Flowers.
Drake Flowers. Okay,
yes.
That's right. Okay, I know Drake. So you come in and have taken that role.
I have.
So what does the year look like for you? I mean, you've been, I'm sure, getting ready for football season. Also, softball going on.
Yes, softball.
Anything else?
Yeah, no, Pee-wee, all the Pee-wee things. But yeah, so softball's currently in season. They're 2-1, and so they've kind of gotten off to a good start. Football kind of ramps up tonight. We have Meet the Cougars tonight. They'll scrimmage at 5, and then Meet the Cougars will start at 6:15. So we're excited about that. So yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. We're going to introduce all the Pee-wee participants this year at Meet the Cougars, so they'll kind of get their little moment tonight. So that's exciting and something they look forward to.
And I think we got Coach Ross coming in a little bit later.
Yes.
Whatever Shannon surprises me with. But so we'll find out how does the season look for him. But a lot of challenges, I'm sure, in sports with the heat right now of dealing with all of that and making sure everybody's...
Absolutely. We've tried to do our best to avoid the middle of the day and just make sure that they're taking the necessary precautions to keep them hydrated, and that's kind of the biggest point.
Biggest thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Caitlin, back to you just a second, and you was worried about me putting you on the spot, but I kind of have a question that I asked Mr. Knight. Coming into this role, brand new, what do you think your biggest challenge is?
I think I don't want to look at it as a challenge, maybe an opportunity to grow. In many ways, I think the goal is to just always be moving forward, whether it's from introducing a new computer program or a new subject or a new activity that we can get engaged with. So I don't want to look at it as a challenge. I want to look at it as a challenge to me to take hold of an opportunity.
Well, and there's so many, as we were talking earlier, there's so many pieces to that administrative role, from parents to children to safety to academic to, like you say, making sure everybody gets off campus, gets there in the morning, gets off campus in the afternoon safely, those kind of things that, golly, you just constantly thinking about it.
Wheels are always
same for sports. Making sure injuries are dealt with, that there are no injuries, the heat like we're talking about, of the hydration piece of it, and a lot of stuff falls up under the athletic director probably that the average person doesn't think about, that whatever the sports entity is, like Mississippi Sports Athletic Association, that puts rules in there. And I think I was talking to somebody here recently, and they're forever changing rules as it goes sometimes, and you don't really know
That's right. It does constantly change, and just things in athletics that you wouldn't think about. Traffic flow, that's something that's been on our mind tonight about we have Meet the Cougars and we have a scrimmage. So there's a lot that goes into athletics that probably don't necessarily get to see that's behind the scenes.
And you're talking about tonight, and again, going back to our culture today, and it may not be under your umbrella, but somebody's got to be concerned about security.
That is correct. That is part of my umbrella.
yeah, okay. So
that
that's
is
all
correct.
part of you.
Yeah,
Because we're living in a, just
Yes.
like Farmbelt, just like the church, just like Brookhaven Academy. We're right on the interstate, which is a very vulnerable location.
That is correct. Yes, we are.
And we can never be
complacent. You always
No.
have to be ready and on guard. So that's right.
What's your biggest challenge?
We've kind of branched out with some new things, and just new that is to us as far as social media and as far as live streaming. We've developed a new app. We haven't, but
I saw it.
we have a new app.
Yeah,
I think just the biggest challenge this year is to just getting back to telling our BA athletic story, what that looks like, and being able to put that out there for people to see. I don't know that it's necessarily a challenge, but probably, like Caitlin had mentioned, an opportunity to just be able to share that story. We're really excited about that, and just being able to incorporate our students from the classroom. We have a new sports information class that's going to help us with being able to share that information. And so I don't necessarily, like I said, it's not a challenge, but it is something that we're excited about to kind of take opportunity.
Well, we hear that social media is the new front door. I mean, it's because that's where people are getting a lot of their information from.
That's right. Everybody's on social media, some form of it.
Now you're coming in also with some new coaches, correct?
We do. We have several new coaches. Our boys basketball coach is new, so to speak. Coach Ricky Gray is back.
He's back. He's not
back.
here.
Yeah. And assisting him is Coach Bill Wallace. So he will be new, and Jesse Mellinger will also be helping them. We have several people on our football staff that's new. Jamie Palmer, he'll actually be assistant athletic director and help with our sports management, information management class. Cody Hall will be on the football baseball staff. Jesse will also help with baseball. Madison Moak is in to help with softball.
Wow.
So she's a Brookhaven Academy alum.
Yeah,
so we're
that's
glad
right.
she's back.
And a Co-Lin grad.
And a Co-Lin grad, that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we do have some new faces. I hope I'm not leaving anybody off, but, yeah.
Now, Casey Edwards moved over into another role, didn't he?
Yeah, so Coach Edwards is still there. He's going to be the assistant principal and secondary principal, and so he'll help with that, and he still has us all his other hats as well with IT and baseball. So, but, yep, he has a new position.
Now, is he your assistant? You said secondary assistant. Is that your area or Caitlin?
No, high school.
High school. Okay. Who's your assistant?
Lauren Langham. It helps me, and then I also have Summer Williams, and I was just listening to her naming off all the coaches. I would say
you have new teachers, I'm sure.
Yes, I have a few new teachers. But I would say my favorite thing about moving into this role is just it seems like everybody understands their role, and that it really does take all of us to make our day work and flow the way it needs to. And I'm just really thankful for that.
Nothing like a good team.
Yes, so true.
Everybody's staying on task. And again, it's a challenge that you have, Mr. Knight has, of managing the big picture. And so I don't envy it. And again, we were talking about even during the summertime of managing what you need to get done during the summer. Because you don't get 8 weeks off.
We spent lots of days up there this summer.
Yeah. And I know Shannon keeps all of y'all straight too. She's over there. We got 2 minutes left, and Shannon's giving y'all signals. So just wrapping up, kind of again, Caitlin, cover your year, what your numbers are, what you want to talk about.
What's going on?
What's going on?
Yeah. So like I said, we have 436 students, which is a lot of precious children.
Is that capacity for you?
No. we're close,
Okay.
but it's not. So we had our orientation. We had a successful first day of school. We're really looking forward to some Pee Wee programs starting up, Meet the Cougars, Fall Fest, lots of fun things in store for the year, and we're really excited.
Homecoming.
Homecoming.
It's something all the time.
That's right.
Right, something all the time. Yep. And
Yep. And we're just excited for these seasons. Softball's obviously playing. Football's coming up. It's just a great time to be at BA, a good time to be a Cougar, and we're really excited about everything that is in store for our athletic programs.
a lot of kids out for the athletic programs.
Absolutely. We have a good bit of kids out. Most of them play multiple sports, and so that's a challenge. But they've been very receptive to summer workouts, and all athletic programs have had very good summers. So it's been a good moving thing into this fall.
Okay. Well, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with whoever Shannon brings in next. Maybe even her. We don't know yet. Thank y'all for coming in.
I sat beside a man from Hollywood, California on a plane. He said he had rich and famous friends. Yeah, he liked dropping names. I said, well, how'd it do? It's good for you. I dig a lot of those actors. But son, you ain't got a thing on me. See, I got friends with tractors.
At Toyota of Brookhaven, we treat every car and every customer like family. From quick oil changes to certified warranty repairs, we keep your Toyota running like new. We keep you informed with transparent multi-point inspections and expert advice you can trust. Need a fresh start? Our detail team can bring back that new car shine. Toyota of Brookhaven, your trusted hometown choice.
I got stuck with a pretty pink tractor. Go take a peek.
We're back. Yeah, Williams got me back on. Okay. For our last guest of today, we've had Brookhaven Academy Day other than Taylor Newman, which is Brookhaven Academy. But my last guest this morning from Brookhaven Academy is a longtime friend with him and his family. We have Coach Ryan Ross in with us, and you were with me last year when football season started, and we got you back.
Yeah, fortunately, make it back.
And so Mr. Knight and Miss Adams both said tonight is kickoff night for you.
We're gonna find out what we got today.
Are you gonna get the sprinkler heads fixed before?
I don't know. It's
okay.
I gotta leave here immediately. So
we were just talking about that. It's more than just coaching, right?
Absolutely. That's the games, and that's what I tell young coaches. Look, don't be a 1%er. Everybody thinks coaching's that Friday night for 3 hours. That's the 1%. We need the 99%ers. All the stuff that people don't see us do, and prepare and work and all that type of stuff. So that's usually the qualities that make a good ball coach.
You came off a pretty good season last year, correct?
We did. I
was trying to remember what it was.
But enjoyable season.
Year.
I don't even remember the wins and losses, to be honest with you. We got in the grind and got to win in there late and got in the playoffs and made it to the championship game. And unfortunately, we're running to Lamar, which is.
Coach, I remember when you and I talked last year or something, and I applaud you and a lot of other guys that I know. It's not just about winning a ball game. You're trying to develop character, integrity.
Yes.
In these young men, teaching them that life skills, not just football skills.
Yes, I'm and I'm probably a little bit hard-headed with this, Mr. Kenny, but if the young man don't pass a character test around me for a little small amount of time, he probably isn't going to make it with me. So. Usually that's the first thing they kind of got to buy in and see how things operate around us, how we run the program. And, I've just always believed that, we need people you can count on in the game of football. So they got to be accountable. They got to be there. It's a game of discipline. So if they can get out there and at least give effort and act right, we probably can't count on them. So that's kind of what I gauge my stuff on.
In the trench with you.
Correct. Yeah, when the going gets tough,
You're going to be there.
Exactly.
You're not going to quit.
The young people that play football, and I love all sports, I do, but football's different. I mean, you can't just ease into football. You can't hide. It's just too much. The elements are tough. You know, the work you have to put in, the commitment, it's a lot of pain. You know, it's a lot easier to play, practice basketball and all this other stuff than it is football. I mean, I'm not down in basketball.
No.
I love it, but I'm just saying, you know, when it's 110 outside and
well, I was just fixing to say
we working on sprinkler heads today, and you knee deep in mud and all that. I'm thinking, why wasn't I a basketball coach?
a big challenge that you have, what you just said, with football, with the summers that we're having now. Not only are you trying to get the team prepared, you've got to look out for the health of the students.
That's
with all this heat.
Yes.
And make sure everybody's hydrated. Make sure you're not having somebody that's at the point of dehydration and summer, just the heat.
Yeah, and you don't know, you know, and it's you really don't know what you're getting from day to day, and that's kind of what you know. And I tell everybody that I've worked with and just coaches in general, you don't know what that young man's had to eat the night before. You don't know if he's had any rest. You don't. So you have to be dang near a sniper every day reading these kids. You know, you got to see. So if you see one dragging, you don't know what's going on with this. You know,
yeah, you can't let them have a heat stroke.
You don't know what's going on. He just, you know, he could be, you know, in trouble at home or have girlfriend problems or whatever. But he could also have not had a good square meal in about 2 days. I mean, you don't enough hydration. So you got to really gauge it and go over and be able to talk to the guy. And, you know, okay, you got to be personal. And I believe I try to do that as much as I can, even though I'm pretty tough on them. But I mean, they know that I love them, and I'm looking out for them.
Yeah, I played basketball, and I had one coach that there was no doubt he loved us, and he invested into us. But he also was very hard on us.
Correct.
Because he wanted us to develop into a life of character.
It's a tough love. I mean, it is. And again, I pick around and love on them and all that. You know, we have a good time, but they know when we get between the lines, it's, you know. I'm a football coach, then we got to challenge them a little bit.
How's your season looking?
Ask me about November, Mr. Kenny. I don't know. I'll tell you how it looks.
How's your numbers looking?
Our numbers,
because when you went in, your numbers were low.
Yeah, we had my first year we had 22, I think, playing, and the program was, and that's what Mr. Jason Case he told me, and I had a lot of folks tell me I was crazy, but I mean, I'm from here, you know, so I learned to love the game there at Brookhaven Academy as a small kid playing Pee Wee football. So, you know, I just wanted to come in here and see what I could do to get it better, and I think we have so far, but it's all about consistency now. We got to stay there, you know. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the numbers last year was about mid-30s. This year, probably lower 30s. We have a small 10th grade class. It's only like 8 or 9 kids that play. So, but we have a good junior class. There's several there. So we got about 30 something playing right now. So hopefully, you know, we don't have much depth, but that's usually the case with smaller schools. So injuries are key. You know, keep them healthy as much as we can.
Oh, absolutely.
So,
absolutely. Do you, with your numbers and everything, and I'm sure with the Pee Wee football program, you're not only are you worrying about the high school team, are you recruiting from the Pee Wee football?
Well, you know,
I mean, are you involved in that?
I am not involved in the Pee Wee as much as just making sure the fields and facilities are up to par as far as ready for them. But as far as when they get into the 7th grade, now that's when I start getting more hands-on and learning the kids, because they're working with us. Those young men are there in the summer. You know, so we kind of get to know them in the summer practices and all that, whereas Pee Wee we don't, you know. So
do you do a year-round weight program?
Absolutely. Every day, actually.
So summer's not all for you?
No, well, actually, it's kind of a tough spot because, you know, most of our young men play baseball or play other sports. Which I want them to. They should. Because I want to support those other sports. So we don't even have spring training at BA. I mean, it's just not worth it. I'll have maybe 6 kids in there that don't play, you know,
other sports.
So we just basically train them year round. After football, we go into, you know, a non-season training, but it's just a little bit more rigorous. But as far as what we're doing is we have a class set up now where every athlete in the school lives throughout a period of the day. So therefore, say Josh Smith's boy Hamp, one of our big linemen, Used to, when I got there, Hamp, athletics was 7th period. And when I got there, as soon as football was over, Hamp would go to soccer. Okay? So, and I wouldn't see Hamp. He wouldn't lift weights or anything until I got him back in, May or whenever. So we had to change that. So now every athlete trains every day with Coach LaMarvin Ashley. We have a period set up. So now Hamp may be lifting 3rd period, getting his lift in, and then get cleaned up, go back to class. But now we start practicing, during that athletics time instead of everybody trying to share the weight room and all that. So all that's really working well for us. I think it helped us last year lifting. We actually lifted on game day sometimes, just depending on, not rigorous, not heavy, but basically firing their central nervous system, getting them ready, working on speed and all that type of stuff on a daily basis. I think it helps prevent injury for one, but it also develops the athlete, year round instead of. So we basically got like a 48-week deal that we have the kids, and we're working them every day.
Well, Mr. Knight and Miss Adams, we're talking about tonight's Cougar night.
Yes, sir.
The scrimmage, is that a scrimmage inter-squad?
Oh, no. We got Coach Joey Hawkins in Columbia Academy.
Coming up?
They're coming up. We went to them last year. So now they're coming to us this year, and we're gonna get after it about 5 o'clock. Hopefully be done. It's just a controlled scrimmage. Scoreboard's not on. They get 8 plays, we get 8 plays, and we just then our 2s get in, and then we're just basically trying to play everybody on the sideline and get everybody especially just a practice against
low contact.
Yeah, exactly. See how tough contact we are and see. But it'll be about a total of about 80 plays, I think. 40 on each side of the ball, so it's no kicking other than PAT field goal if we score or something like that. But we're basically not even turning the scoreboard on. We're just going to get out there and get after it.
So, again, that's 5 o'clock tonight. After the scrimmage, y'all doing the introduce the Cougars?
Correct. Yeah, and that's all, honestly, I hate to say it, but that's handed off to all, like Coach Adams, and I don't know what,
You're just happy to be there.
I'm just want to see this scrimmage and see, kind of gauge and see where we are and what we need to work on.
Well, Coach, I hope you have a great year. I appreciate all that you do. Like I say, I've known y'all a long time, and long-time family friends, so we appreciate you coming in. They're taking us off.
All right, thank you.
Good to see you.
All right, you too.